what is your favorite ever sporting experience? Is that one of the Hyrox races we've touched on, or something else?
No, it's actually it's almost it's a wild experience to be honest. And it was a trail half marathon when I was just getting back to where I could like run and stuff again. So I was probably around 20-ish years old at this time. Um, so I go out to do this trail half marathon in Harbison State Forest, which is in Columbia, South Carolina. It's in the middle of July, and down here it is insanely hot and humid. To try to race like during that time frame. So I go off the front and I'm in the lead immediately and open up a pretty big gap. Well, my running was good. My navigation skills were terrible, Greg. Um, so there were just these pink trail markers like along the way. There's these flags every so often, and you're supposed to keep the pink trail flags on your left. And I can't figure out when and where I got mixed up and turned around, but some way, somehow, I end up getting mixed up and lost, like out in those woods. And I end up going backwards and running the wrong way. So I pass people and I'm like, well, did they send us on like an out curve around and back? Like I don't have a trail map in my hand, so I don't know where we're going. So I figure out, okay, I'm going the wrong way now. So I turn back around, start chasing the people that I ran myself from first back to third. And then I run from third and I see this guy who was in first and I go catch him. He's lost. Um, so now we're both lost. It's extremely hot. We have no water, like nowhere to go. We've added on, we end up running around in the middle of these woods until we finally find like a trail map that's just like posted up somewhere. We figure out, okay, we're supposed to be here. We went there. We come back here. We've added like 6 miles to this half marathon, with no water stops or anything. We finally get back on the trail. I had a person that was posted up at mile 9 to give me like nutrition and stuff. They're like, well, he's long gone. Like he should have passed by here a long time ago. So they left and went to the finish. So I'm like, dude, my blood sugar's done. I'm dehydrated as hell. And it's just me and this guy named James running through the woods lost. And so as we get almost to the end, we're literally a half mile from the finish. And we have to take this turn into the woods, snake our way through, come out, boom, there's the finish shoot. Actually, I say a half mile. It was a half mile if we followed the shortest route. I was like, James, we've gotten so lost, but we're running the actual trail route for this race. I don't care that we've added 6 miles. We're gonna do it all the way through. He's like, all right, cool, fine with me. James is doing a lot better than I am. Um, we turn onto this trail route to start running, and Greg, I trip on something, blackout. I hit my head on the ground, and I know that I'm unconscious for at least 12 minutes of running because somehow I knocked myself out, but I stopped my watch. So I don't remember this period of my life. Okay. Apparently, I got back up and I just kept running with James. And James is like, dude, you took a heart. Like, I find this all out because I called him like a week later after I got out of the hospital and everything. And we'll get to that. Call him to like figure out what all happened during that 10-minute span. So 10 to 12 minute span, however long it took. So he's asking me questions. I'm completely oblivious to any of this. I'm answering, I'm nailing like whatever this quiz is. I'm like, I know you. You're a school teacher from Michigan. This is the first time I've ever met this guy too. And he told me all this 45 minutes earlier. So I've got all this recall. So he thinks this guy's totally lucid. I'm completely oblivious to anything that's going on during my life. I finished the race, and then the next memory that I have, other than what had been told to me from when I hit my head, is I wake up on a park bench surrounded by EMS. And we start figuring out that I have no memory of things because they start asking me, like, hey, before we do, like, have you had food? Have you had fluids? Have you? And I'm like, nah, I hadn't had anything. There's a picture of me at the finish line with a banana. Like, I don't remember any of this shit. So I end up in the hospital with like really, really bad dehydration and they finally kind of get me back right. But the reason I love the story so much is that it told me in that moment that even if I'm completely blacked out unconscious, my only thought is to finish the job. And that was cemented in me. And I'm like, oh, that's who I am. Like, I'm no longer making conscious decisions for myself. I just get up and keep running. And that's whenever somebody asks like what's like a defining moment or something in your life, it's when I reflect back on that. I look at that race and I go, "Oh, I can basically be dead and all I do is go, we're gonna finish the race." Like, so that's one of my favorite stories with regards to if you want to know me as a person.
That's great. I must admit, I was thinking actually, as you were saying it, like we spoke about like characteristics amongst like the elite 15, and I think that that would be fairly common amongst that group. Whereas, like even someone like myself, I'd just be like, I've got lost. I'll probably just like write this race off now, and I've got no water.
Yeah.
Whereas, like I think like a lot of the elite 15 would do what you did, and even though you've run 6 miles too long, you're just going to do the right course and take it to the max. I think that's common amongst that
I
group.
would agree. There's this obsessive stubbornness to
Yeah.
like like you've done everything to make it harder. You could just take the easy way right here and finish, and it's not even the easy way because you made it way too hard. You're like, but does it count? Like, does it really count?
Yeah.